the news around Mekhi Becton a couple days ago, I think has been more devastating than I think I would have assumed. They thought that he was going to be a big part of that anchored offensive line for Zach Wilson in year 2. How do you think they address that issue and move forward this season?
That's a huge blow. I mean, what an offseason for Becton to go from being out of shape and boy, he caught a lot of flack, a lot of criticism, a lot of it justified, and seemed to get himself to a really good spot for training camp and was really busting butt. I mean, this is the kind of player that I think Robert Saleh, like that's exactly what he's looking for, right? To turn that franchise around is, here's a guy with a ton of talent, a big lineman that you want to run behind, that you want to protect your quarterback, and he turns it around. He buys into what you're building, and then this happens. It's heartbreaking for him, and it's a huge blow to the team. And I think big picture, though, I think the Jets are heading in the right direction. Like, I don't think this is a team that's going to be making the playoffs or competing for Super Bowls anytime soon, but you just hear Robert Saleh talk at the press conference that he had out of that injury, and you can see why guys want to play for him. It's real. It's authentic. It's passionate. It's not fake. He's not standing there and just reading off a teleprompter like so many head coaches do. I mean, they're so robotic in that setting. I mean, you could just see the passion out of this guy, and that stuff matters. I mean, football isn't played on a spreadsheet. It's an emotional game, and you got to somehow squeeze every ounce of potential and maximize the potential out of your guys. I think that Robert Saleh did it in San Francisco as a defensive coordinator, and he's going to do it there with the Jets because Joe Douglas also had himself one hell of a draft. They might have found 4 starters in this past draft. The Jets are going the right direction.
All right, so Tyler Dunne, Go Long founder. You can catch him at golongtd.com. Joining us now, NFL writer. All right, so we all know who the probable favorites are, what people are thinking and stuff like that. Is there a team a la the Cincinnati Bengals who don't make the playoffs, not even close the year before? Is there a team out there this year that you've watched and seen the improvement with, get to a place where they could surprise and be a playoff contender come playoff time?
Right. We shouldn't take this hook, line, and sinker because we've done it before. I know it. The Miami Dolphins, they go out and they pay a Mike Wallace, they pay an Ndamukong Suh, they go back to Dante Culpepper. I mean, since Dan Marino retired basically in '99, I think they made the playoffs next year, but they haven't won a playoff game since then. It's been a long time, and hey, the no state income tax, the weather, the opportunities down there, it attracts a lot of free agents. I mean, a lot of really good players have gone there, and it just hasn't worked out. I think it's okay to take the bait this offseason. I really do. I think that there is a formula there for the Dolphins between a coach, a play caller, and Mike McDaniel, who is brilliant. I mean, he's going to scheme up all of this talent, all of this speed in ways that we can't even imagine. I mean, you had the 2 fastest players in the NFL, Tyreek Hill, Raheem Mostert, like literally the fastest next-gen stats, and Chase Edmonds, who was unbelievably dynamic with Arizona last year before his ankle injury, and Jalen Waddle, who all he did was go for 100 and 1,000 yards as a rookie, and an improved offensive line. I know Terron Armstead's been hurt, but if he's out there, he's maybe the best tackle in the game. Connor Williams helps, and we're getting to the quarterback. I get it. There's questions about Tua Tagovailoa, rightfully so, but he was in basically the worst possible situation before. He's in basically the best possible situation now. I think that Miami absolutely could surprise a lot of people this season and get into the playoffs and maybe even win some games.
Wow. Excited to see how this all plays out. If you're a Dolphins fan, you got to love hearing what Tyler Dunne has to say.